Hey, it's Steve again, and I am standing in the front of a sign, Go Jump Hawaii, Feel the Breeze, and getting ready to face one of my biggest fears. My wife has no fear, and she's always had on her bucket list a desire to jump out of a perfectly good airplane to skydive on the North Shore of Oahu. So here we are. In the next little bit, I'm going to face one of the biggest fears I have of heights, and I found a quote. Henry Ford says, "One of the greatest discoveries a man makes, one of his greatest surprises, is to find he could do what he was afraid he couldn't do." So I hope I'll be making another video after we land and everybody's okay. And I'll be shooting another video to see, I was afraid of something that I couldn't do or would never do. I hate heights. So I'm in. I'm going to do it. I'll bring you along with the journey. This kind of relates to, I think you've heard my story when my dad retired. You know, I had about a 3 to 4 year overlap with him being in the office. And that day that he didn't come to the office and I sat in his chair, the fear that gripped me was just unreal. And I was afraid of making a mistake. I was afraid of losing what he had built. It was pretty gripping, and I'll tell you more about some of that and how it relates there. But I guarantee you there's some fears in your life that are not, I guess they may be hindering you from being the best you can be, maybe hindering you from being as efficient and as effective as you can be. I would encourage you to just, what are those fears? Mine's simple, fear of height. I have some more, but this is a big one that we're jumping out at 14,000 feet. So it ought to be fun. There's more to come. Thanks for going along the journey with me. Whatever fear that's got you gripped, that's affecting your performance, look at it, take it out, put it on the table, spin it around. If you want to talk about it, you know how to get in touch with me. You can email me, text me, call. I look forward to making you a follow-up video after the jump.
You enjoy yourself?
It was awesome.
Hey, you
It was
did great.
fun watching you too, flip and everything.
Yeah, we have a good time.
He was awesome, man.
Thanks, Victor.
Well, I told you I would do a follow-up, and I did make it to the ground, talking about overcoming your fears and a fear of heights. I said I would never do this. My wife's bucket list was to jump out of a plane. I said, I'll do it with you. And we did it. I was thinking coming down, when you face your fear, you got to trust something. And Victor was my guy. He was from Serbia, but he's been jumping for 25 years, at least one jump a day. So I knew on the climb up, looking out at the beautiful northern shore of Oahu, I knew it was pretty. And the guy behind me, he kept going through checks. The guy that actually I was strapped to, I knew I was going to be all right. So we opened the door, and I got to tell you, the first stepping out was a little rough. As we dropped, he kind of put my hands where they needed to be. And then it was beautiful on the ride down. So feeling of accomplishment, face of fear, right on. But again, had my wife not done this, I would have never jumped out of a plane. So I don't know that I'll ever do it again. But there you have it. We made it back to the ground. Just thought I would say hello. That is my wife in the background. She made it too. Face your fears head on. And there's always lessons to be learned. I've thought too, I'm trusting a pilot. I used to fly small aircraft when I was in college, but I'm trusting somebody to get us up to 14,000 feet, and then I'm jumping out of it and trusting somebody to get me on the ground safely, and it worked. So think about what your fears are, write them down, think about if you're going to check them off and face them, and see how they may be holding you back from being as effective as you need to be. Make it count today.